Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really sorry it's been quite a few weeks since I've done a video. We just got really busy and then we've all been really sick as well. Plus I kind of ran out of ideas. So the other day I kind of had an idea of maybe I would kind of talk to you about my minimalist journey, which I'm currently in at the moment. As yesterday I was working a lot on my kitchen and kind of in the bedroom and kind of in my linen cupboard and just kind of getting things sorted, organised. I've minimalised a lot. My son's room's almost done. He's asleep though, so I can't really show you that today. But anyway, I thought I'd take you around and kind of show you what I've done and then maybe sit down and give a bit of history. And yeah, I thought I might do a few videos like over maybe a few months as I kind of go through it, and then like an end view of where it took me. So yeah, so here we go. Okay, so the first room that I will show you is the kitchen. In the last couple of days I've done a lot in the kitchen. So this is kind of the first thing I did, was this cupboard. It used to hold all our plates and bowls and everything. It was very bare. And then I had this cupboard over here, which down here had all the mugs, and then up there was all the teas and coffee and sugar and stuff. I didn't really like having it there, and the mugs are always annoying me and not in order. And so I decided to transfer it over here, and I got a little shelf to have all the mugs, and it just kind of keeps it tidy. So over there's usually the smaller plates, and it's easy to get. I don't have to be reaching all the way up there, and so I kind of really like that. Then up there I just get my bowls and some things I don't need to get so much. And I decided I used to have down here a bunch of plates that I'm not using at the moment, so that we don't use so many dishes. I just have my glass jars and baby bottles down there, and then some salad bowls as well. But that's pretty bare now. Well, I much prefer it like that. And so I put all the stuff that we don't use every day just up there. So this one I'm not quite done with yet. I'd like to see if I can get like the mini shelf to kind of go in the middle, because it's kind of stacked and there's just heaps of stuff and it doesn't look very tidy at all. So that's next. And then I have this cupboard, and I'm going to try and find a Lazy Susan to kind of make it a bit easier to get into the back. Down here not so much, because I don't really use those two things. But then I have my slow cooker, my pots and stuff, and anything like that. One cupboard that has always frustrated me and how to keep tidy is this cupboard, because I just didn't know what to do with all my containers and they always got messy. So I'm just trying to keep on top of it now, and I've decided this is where all my pants can go. I don't have a lot of stuff under here, so it's pretty easy to keep tidy. So I just kind of got into that the other day. Second last thing is these drawers, and I did these yesterday. So just kind of keeping it organized. Thankfully the top drawer is pretty easy because it's already divided as per normal. And then in here as well, it's pretty easy. They already had dividers, which was awesome. I didn't have to buy them. They were here when we moved into the house. Now the next two drawers I'm going to have to work on. I'm probably going to get a couple of dividers to kind of keep things in their sections, so like rubbish bins, all my cling wrap and foil and all that. Last drawer is not really what I want it to be, but I'll work on it. But it's tidy at least now and not an eyesore. And then my favorite part is the pantry, because this was just everywhere and a mess and unorganized, but I got a shelf, and so I have the tall things up top, and I have all that organized and in its place, and the pasta over there, and then down here it's just all nice and pretty. I had a lot of cereal that was just bad, had been there for ages, so I got rid of it. So bathrooms, I have to get their towels in here, but I try to keep it clear. I've got a little vase, but yeah, and I've just kind of kept it organized under here. It used to be a big mess as well. Got rid of bath toys because they had holes in them, so they were obviously getting mold and stuff in them. But I've just decided to keep two of the boys' towels in here, some toilet paper, and then there's some hand towels and washcloths, so that I don't have to keep everything in the linen cupboard, because it's not a very big linen cupboard. And then this used to be more tidy, but that's just all the bath stuff. It just kind of, it's a bit easier and nicer to keep it in here. Usually it's pretty tidy. Now this room isn't very tidy, but I've minimalized it to the point that it takes me like no more than 10 minutes to tidy up and get back in order. So like that's not usually there. I just got this new drawer and I got it second hand, but it proved really helpful of wanting something for Arthur's clothes, and I don't like using this because the boys can get in there really easily, pull everything out, and it was just not, I wanted it to be out of sight, like I didn't want to be able to see everything. So I've made this really access easy, like some wraps and stuff, towels. When I do get back into cloth napping, these are liners, and then I can just stack all the nappies in here. And then I had an extra change mat to put on top of here, and it's a little bit higher than the change table, but it works alright. And then I have Arthur's clothes in there. And then underneath, it didn't come with the bottom drawer, so it meant I was able to get a little box for all their shoes, and then I could put some blankets down there as well, and it kind of keeps it tidy. It looks nice. So you can see there's not a whole lot of toys, and it looks a bit messy, but there's just enough. There's only enough to fit soft toys and some other play things in the 2 boxes, and then some bigger things like books go in that one, and then some shapes and stuff go down the bottom, and that's it. Those 2 are the only things, big things that sit up there, and then these couple small things. This is all going. I plan to get a futon, which is the preferred thing, and I'm going to do some decor, however you say it. But up here, I've got this as my first piece, and it just says "Time for Adventure," and I think it's really cute. And then just the other day we got this, and it actually has a light in there, and I thought that'd be awesome to put in here. So I'm not exactly sure where I'll put it. So there's also another piece like the one that has the light, the dream big one, and it's like a mountain. So I'm going to get that one and put it on the wall as well. And I might grab a sticker from a sticker store. It's going to be a few things that I've been doing, and it means a lot less stressful for me. Like I minimize with the amount of dishes that we have accessible to us. So I used to have heaps and heaps of plates and bowls and cups, but it was just meaning heaps of dishes, because one's plate's dirty, okay, I'll get a new one, instead of just washing the one we had. So that means we have to keep them clean more regularly, so just give them a scrub under the tap during the day, and then we wash at the end of the day. Anyway, so that means less dishes for all of us. It's a lot nicer, and the playroom, less stress for me, because I know that if it gets really, really messy in there, it still doesn't take more than 10 minutes to clean up, and even then, not really 10 minutes at all. Same with Walter's room, which is almost finished. I've just got to put some more stickers on his wall. That as well is really minimalist, and he has a toy box that has a lock on it, so I only get a couple things out at a time, and then they go back. So it stays really tidy. Any toys that soft toys, there's a few, and they just go back on his bed in the morning or whenever I tidy up his room before bed. So I came across Ali Casaza. I'll link her Facebook page and website down below, but she was kind of the one that got me into this. I don't really remember how I found her. I don't know exactly, but I found her anyway, and I started getting her emails, and they're kind of inspirational and kind of, talk about minimalizing and how it's a less stressful life, and just kind of getting rid of all the clutter, physical clutter in your life. Found out she has a Facebook page, so it's a group, and there's a lot of mums on there, and we just post a lot of different things on our journeys and kind of ask questions. And there's podcasts that she does, and she does some particular days for particular rooms or kind of like challenges. I haven't particularly done any of them. I haven't had the money to spend on those things, and just know I can't put that time. I just have to wait until I have a day that I can do it. Like the last couple of days I just kind of hit it out, and I've moved our bed. I did heaps of stuff in the kitchen, organising, and that's just kind of how I've done mine. But it definitely is a lot less stressful. I know some people kind of, I don't know, maybe don't understand, and some people go into it thinking that you can minimalize so much that things never go messy. That's not really the point. The point of minimalizing is individual, of a minimalist life. It's very individual, and for most it's getting it to a point where it doesn't take more than 15 minutes, hopefully, to clean up, so that you're not stressed out at getting the house, like you quickly have to have people come over, and you know that it doesn't take long to get it clean, or it's already clean, because you know you have it to the point where it's manageable. And so I'm not at the point where it's manageable. I'm still struggling in a few different areas. Like our bedroom, I'm not done. The house isn't done. A lot of people struggle with getting their partners or husbands on board, and yes, it's hard. I'm one of them that I do it alone, but that's okay. I can't expect them to. It's kind of not what they want. It's not on their mind at the moment, so it's fine. And it means that I can be more at peace and calm in my day-to-day and have more time to play with my kids, because having stuff is fine, but me personally, I love being able to buy things for my kids, but I'm also realizing that if it's just me wanting to buy it for them and they don't actually want it, that it's not going to get played with, and it's just going to build up space, and that's stressful for me because that's more time for me. And so, you know, recently, Walt had his birthday, we focused on learning toys if they were going to get anything, and particularly books, practical things, or putting money towards things that we were getting him for his room, bigger ticket items like his bed and things like that, because I don't want him to be materialistic. I want him to appreciate small things and not needing to have heaps and heaps of toys. I found it really interesting and eye-opening to see the truth in how helpful and how more rejuvenating it can be. Less stress, more time with kids, anything like that. As you know from previous videos, seeing everything with my emotional health wasn't at a very great place long ago, and so the way the house wasn't helping that at all. It was making it worse. So knowing that I've gotten to the point where, you know, the spare room's almost finished being done, and Walter's room has got one more thing to put in it and it's done. Our room is close to being done. It just makes me feel so much better and like something lifted off my shoulders. But yeah. But anyway, I kind of wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about how I've kind of felt about it, where I go, and that group on Facebook is really helpful. Not much prepared, I just kind of wanted to get something together, start kind of like a little series of videos about this. And next week, if I get something up next week, either next week or the week after, hopefully, I'm thinking of doing a baby-led weaning video. But anyway, I thought if you guys are interested in that, I will do that video next. But do leave a comment below if you have any questions about this video, if there's a specific area you want me to focus on in the next one about minimalists, and also if you are interested in the baby-led weaning video, then leave a comment, let me know as well.